What is up, awesome people of the internet? The Chicago Sky have released their 2025 WNBA season schedule with a whole lot of shade that they are drawing at teams. Now, the release video is hilarious, and I'm gonna play the whole thing. Well, I'm initially play it and talk through it, and then we'll play the whole thing at the end. But the Chicago Sky did a video using the suspect challenge or suspect series or whatever. It's videos where it's two people, two friends usually running. One person has the phone, the other person is running, and it's like suspect is blah 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 blah, and it's usually like insults. It's usually, like I've seen several videos of these where it's usually some like insult where they're insulting the other person while they're trying to run, and explaining, describing the suspect as they're running and chasing them. It's hilarious. Like if you just watch those videos, you can go on a rabbit hole on TikTok or YouTube watching the suspect challenge or whatever the official name is, but it's hilarious. So the Chicago Sky, because they don't have a big budget or anything like that, they were like, you know what? You know what's free? Using one of our employees, getting two of them, saying, hey, one of y'all grab your phone and let's go running in the hallway that connects the parking garage to Wintrust Arena. So that's free. That is free for us. So that's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna hire any celebrities. We're not gonna do anything like that. We just take your phone, come on and run in the hallway, and we about to do the suspect challenge. And it is hilarious. Let's watch it. Let's watch it real quick.
Suspect had to find a bigger arena when we came to town.
A center for ants.
Oh man, the first was hilarious. The first was because yes, that is what happened. When the Washington Mystics played the Chicago Sky for one of their games, they ended up moving the arena to the Capital One Arena, which is where the Wizards play, not the Sports and Entertainment or Arts and Entertainment Arena or whatever that the arena that the Washington Mystics normally play at. So yeah, they did have to move arena.
Suspects fans are always adding us in the comments.
Come on, man.
Now that is funny. Now guys, you gotta admit that is funny because yes, there are some Indiana Fever fans who are obsessed with the Sky. Obsessed, and and they always got to say something about the Sky, always atting the Sky, always atting Sky players. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. You gotta admit, guys, that's pretty funny. All right, next up,
Suspect got swept in the season series.
Now I thought that one was that was kind of funny. They did get the Sparks did get swept by the Sky, but this next one is pretty funny.
Suspect is the only team in the state who was moderately successful.
Come on, man. You cried. This is the play in, not the play off.
Not y'all using Pat Bev. Come on, the Pat Bev disrespect is at an all-time high. But that's funny. That was hilarious. Because, yeah, Minnesota sports teams are not very good. And when the Timberwolves, won a game, Pat Bev was crying. And they would celebrate like they won a championship, and they didn't. It was pretty funny. That was a funny, memeable clip, and I'm glad it reminded me of that moment for Pat Bev.
Suspect won the championship, but is still second best in pizza.
I'm gonna go get me a New York slice.
That's true. Chicago style pizza, Chicago style deep dish, way better than New York pizza. I'm just saying. Calling a spade. You gotta admit, Chicago's better. No offense, New York, but we just better. We just better.
Suspect thinks they're funny online. We got in trouble.
I'm in big trouble, mister.
Now, guys, that's hilarious. If y'all remember, last year, the one of the people who do the social posting for the Atlanta Dream got in trouble because of one of the things that they posted after a game related to Kennedy Carter, and they had to take it down. They had to delete the post. And so I enjoy Chicago bringing that back up for us.
Suspect is always the bridesmaid and never the bride.
It's gonna happen one day, I promise you.
Sure.
Now, guys, this is a sad one because they are right. The Connecticut Sun is always the bridesmaid, but is never the bride. They're always in the conversation. They're always like top 5, top 4 all the time. Still a solid team. They've made it to the finals a couple of times, but they never, ever win. They never win. And that's pretty funny because it's true. It is true. They always feel like they've been disrespected. Oh, don't you disrespect the Connecticut Sun and blah blah blah. They're always playing second fiddle to just about every single team in the WNBA. And I feel bad for them, but the Chicago Sky got to call it out. I thought it was pretty funny.
Suspect has the #1 draft pick and can't wait to turn the page.
This name keeps coming up over and over again every day.
Now, guys, that was real. That's real. They are looking forward to turning the page because everybody keeps talking about Paige Beckers. Paige Beckers is the number one draft pick if she actually enters the WNBA draft. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, that one's more true than anything. Yes, the Dallas Wings are very much looking forward to turning the page.
Suspect almost had a three-peat, but it wasn't in the cards.
Yeah, I gotta admit, that was pretty funny. It wasn't in the cards. Vegas, aces, cards, gambling. You get it? I thought that was funny. Yeah. They wanted that 3P, but it wasn't in the cards. They just no gambling for y'all. All right, next up.
Suspect takes their anger out on doors.
Get that cat.
Dog. Funny. Okay, now story time. Now, the Chicago Sky won the WNBA championship a couple years ago, and in that series, they played against the Phoenix Mercury. This was a series that brought us a lot of things. This is the series that brought us Kalia Copper standing over Sophie Cunningham. Like, what you gonna do, girl? What you gonna do? That was made into a T-shirt, made into a whole bunch of stuff. And then after the Phoenix Mercury ended up losing, Diana Taurasi ended up breaking a door at Wintrust Arena. Now, this door and the legend of the door has lived on for years to come because ultimately the Chicago Sky have memorialized that door. They brought it to the championship celebration. They had a parade, and then they were at Millennium Park where players were talking and whatnot. They had the door. I was there. I was there for the parade and whatnot. And they had the door on stage. The broken door, they had it on stage, and that was I thought it was pretty funny. Diana Taurasi's anger issues was in full display on a door. This is pretty funny. Now this next one is more sad than funny.
Suspect just got a lot going on right now.
And they right. The Seattle Storm got a lot going on, a whole lot going on, and I thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was pretty funny that they were like, yeah. They just, I'm not even gonna give y'all a joke. I'm not gonna give y'all a joke about the Seattle Storm because they got a lot of stuff happening. It's a lot. Take it easy on them. They stressed out. It's a lot of stuff, and they right. If y'all don't know, I made a couple videos about it already, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on about bullying and whatnot related to what the coaching staff has and has not allowed in the locker room for last season. An investigation is happening. We'll see what happens, but yeah, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on.
Suspect have to teach everybody what their mascot is.
You don't know what Norse mythology is?
Boom. Roasted.
I don't get it, but shout out to the new WNBA team, the Golden State Valkyries. But yeah, that's the video, guys. What do y'all think about the rollout for the Chicago Sky? I thought it was fun how they threw a little shade on the teams. You got to have fun and you got to crack jokes. Why so serious? No need for you to be mad about the Chicago Sky for calling out your team or whatever. It is funny. It is all in good fun, and it is what it is. But I'll play the full thing without stopping, so y'all can watch that. But anyway, that's the video, guys. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments below. The WNBA season will be here before we know it, and we will see 44 games, so that should be really, really fun. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Suspect had to find a bigger arena when we came to town.
A center for ants.
Suspect's fans are always adding us in the comments. Suspect got swept in the season series. Suspect is the only team in the state who was moderately successful.
Come on, man. You cried. This is the play in, not the play off.
Suspect won the championship, but is still second best in pizza.
I'm gonna go get me a New York slice.
Suspect thinks they're funny online. We got in trouble.
I'm in big trouble, mister.
Suspect is always the bridesmaid and never the bride.
It's gonna happen one day, I promise you.
Sure. Suspect has the #1 draft pick and can't wait to turn the page.
This name keeps coming up over and over again every day.
Suspect almost had a three-peat, but it wasn't in the cards.
Suspect takes their anger out on doors.
Get that camera.
Suspect just got a lot going on right now.
Suspect have to teach everybody what their mascot is.
You don't know what Norse mythology is?
Boom. Roasted.
Suspect just released their schedule and hopes you can all laugh with us.
See you next summer.